As any self-help book will tell you, the best way to gain confidence is to pretend you have some. Hip-hop will give you a lot of material to pretend with. If you listen to enough of it, you are going to internalize tons of lines that were imagined, written, and spoken with the intention of proving how great the rapper is. You get enough of those floating around in your head, and some of them are bound to stick. Rap music saved my life. I should be more specific and say that it kept me from sinking into deep depression and hurtled me back into the game. This is how rap works for me. Every time I put my headphones on, I feel like the most powerful person in the world. If it's a bad day and I've been listening to rap for a good hour or so, I'm cured. Years back, I was very much stuck in the anger phase of grief. No matter how much I talked things out with family, friends, and my therapist, I couldn't seem to shake the rage. The more these rappers screamed at me, the better I began to feel over the course of several weeks. Every time I recalled a past argument and could feel the rage and resentment burn inside me, I'd turn up the volume to Lil Baby's Some to Prove and watch the RPMs on the exercise bike increase. Forget for a minute all the womanizing and objectifying that is so often heard in hip-hop music. One has to do this to achieve the underlying goal in rap music is to win. Rap is all about being you deep to the core and not apologizing for it. Hip-hop has unquestionably become the defining soundtrack of the streets. It's a genre associated with self-expression, rags to riches narratives, and has experienced its fair share of controversy. Hip-hop details messages of both unity and division, and has been the backdrop for more than a few cultural movements. It's no wonder it often elicits deeply emotional responses from listeners. Perhaps because of this emotional impact, the genre has been popping up in some unexpected places. Like therapy. In recent years, hip-hop therapy is gaining traction among the medical community as a viable tactic for treating mental illness and cognitive disorders like depression and anxiety. In a 3-part collaboration, we are investigating the science behind how music moves us on a psychological, emotional, and physical level. Regardless of how you prefer your tunes, there's no denying that music is closely tied to the way you move through the world. Positive visual imagery. It is already a tactic heavily relied upon in the sports world. Athletes are frequently told to envision themselves victorious out on the field, or in a moment of triumph in order to pump themselves up for a big game. The Cambridge research suggests that this same confidence-boosting messaging is evident in the narratives frequently portrayed in rap music. For example, lyrics that detail people who rise from the ashes of poverty, or overcome significant obstacles to find fame, fortune, admiration, and redemption can have a big impact on the listener. This is a movement and a new culture. With people being able to open up with hip-hop, it will heal them. They can walk away with this, and it provides a new form of therapeutic release. Hip-hop on the human mind. To get a grip on how music affects emotion, it's worth exploring what it does to the human brain. Listening to music affects each of the 4 major lobes of the brain in different ways. There is no set path, per Southeast, through which music travels around the brain. It's more of ping-pong game of stimuli and reaction. The area of the brain called the superior temporal gyrus helps store templates of music you've listened to previously, which is why a person who has listened to the entire discography of a particular artist is likely to have more of an appreciation for the music than someone hearing it for the first time. So there's a lot going on beyond mere auditory processing. The science suggests there are strong ties to emotional as well as creative reserves. It motivates you. If you want something that doesn't just motivate you immediately, hip-hop still has got you covered. Besides songs that make you want to get out of your seat right now, there are countless songs that make you ask yourself what you're doing with your life in the long run. Think of it this way. The most common story told in hip-hop is the one of an underdog using a combination of talent and determination to prove everyone wrong. Beat the odds and find success. You think your life sucks. You think you're stuck going nowhere. Start grinding. So much of hip-hop is about telling people how the pull yourself up by your bootstraps mentality can actually work. It builds confidence. Many, if not most, hip-hop songs contain some pure bravado and confidence. This is no accident. Kanye West, the alleged egomaniac so many love to hate, wants you to know he writes his songs with you, yes, you, in mind. During one concert, he described the questions he asked himself while in the studio, saying he writes songs wondering, what can you play on your way to school or on way to work? What can we make to make you feel better? The answer in this case was Can't Tell Me Nothing, a song everyone should listen to before asking their boss for a raise.